bound for troops fighting in France. Experts warned at the time that if the ship blew up, it would take Sheerness with it, and they say the danger persists to this day. Robin Gibson has been investigating peril on the mudbanks.
These rusty masts sticking up from the sandbanks off Sheppey Beach mark what some believe is a time bomb. A circle of boys surrounds the wreck of the Richard Montgomery. The American Liberty ship ran aground and broke her back on the mud in 1944. And this is what lies beneath the waves. She was carrying thousands of bombs to France, and 50 years on, many of them are still on board. Here inside the exclusion zone, we're just a few hundred yards from 3,500 tons of high explosive bombs. David Cotgrove, an Essex councillor and former defence worker, has been warning of the dangers of the Montgomery since she was wrecked. He took this film of himself clambering around her decks in 1949. Officially, of course, no one is allowed anywhere near the ship.
It's irresponsible to leave 3,500 tons of bombs here in the Thames estuary, unguarded, and able to be accessed by anybody who had the intention of doing so.
Government reports have always maintained that the wreck is no serious hazard and best left alone, although she lies close to busy shipping lanes. The bombs on board aren't fused, so they can't be set off without some outside interference, such as a major collision. The wreck is periodically checked by divers, and the exclusion zone is monitored by radar from Sheerness. Her masts are clearly visible from the harbour master's office.
Hundreds and thousands of ships have passed that, and we have monitored and we have excellent pilotage through this area, and we consider that as it stands there is no specific danger. As a progressive port, I don't think that we would be looking into the future as we are, particularly with our new owners, in developing here if we felt that there was a threat.
But even if the odds of an explosion are seen as remote, officially it is acknowledged that the blast here could be disastrous for Sheerness and other towns around the Thames, Swale and Medway estuaries.
Sheerness would be devastated, and the official statement to the local council is that there would be collapse of insecure walls with the casualties that would entail. In Southend there'd be cracking of insecure walls and minor casualties from falling bricks.
The visible traces of the Montgomery and her deadly cargo are gradually being claimed by the waves. But some still believe the wreck may yet have an explosive sting in its tail.
Robin Gibson reporting from Sheerness. Now sport.